This is how to view the live view and playback on the LumiCloud end user portal. From the dashboard, click on Video on the left. In the device panel here, you'll see all your groups. You can click on them to expand them, and then the groups underneath those. You'll then see the devices that you've added. If you click on the arrow next to those, you'll see all the cameras underneath that device. You can either drag and drop the cameras to pull them up, or you can click on a view here and then double click on a camera to pull it up. Or if you want to view all of the cameras on a device, just click this button here. If you click this button here, it will hide the device panel. Click it again to expand it. If you click on this button here, you can change the layout. You can go anywhere from 1 all the way up to 25. I'm going to leave it on 4 for these 4 cameras. If you click on this button, you can share a clip of the live view of one of these cameras. Select the camera that you want, then click this button. Type 1 or more email addresses into the recipients field. Then click on the drop down here and choose when the link expires, and they'll no longer be able to view the clip. Click on this drop down here to select the amount of time that the clip will be from the present moment. And lastly, if you want to include a message, type that in here. When you're done, click on Share, and an email will be sent to the recipients with a link to the clips. If a camera channel that you're viewing is a PTZ camera, select it and click on this button to control the PTZ. You can click up, down, left, or right to move it in that direction. You can zoom in with this button and zoom out with this button. You click on this option here, you can choose presets to view. Click on those here, and then press Go To. If you want to add a preset, press Add Preset, and then type in a number for the preset between 1 and 255. Then click on OK. If you want to enable a tour for this camera, click on Tour Set. Then press the button here to select the presets you want to add. Click the plus button next to each preset to add it. And then click Start to start the tour. When you want to stop the tour, click Stop. Your different views are down here. The default view is the view that opens automatically when you go into video. If you want to add a new view, click this button here. Then click on the plus button here. Give the view a name. Then click on Save. If you want to move the views around, drag them like this. If you want to delete a view, click on Delete. Then click on Confirm. When you're done, click on Save. To open up the view that you created, click on it at the bottom here. Then add cameras to it in any order you want. Now if you go to another view and then come back to that view, it will be in the order that you set it. If you are in the solar trailer section of LumiCloud, you'll have a few extra options at the bottom right here. One of them is this option here, which is the fill light. If you click on that, it will turn on the fill light on the outside of the solar trailer. If you click on this button, it will turn on the flashing blue and red lights on the outside of the solar trailer. And if you click on this option here, it will allow you to use the microphone on your computer to talk out of the speakers on the solar trailer. If you click on this option here, it allows you to do digital zoom. Just click it and the selected camera will have these options at the top that say digital zoom. Press this button to zoom in. Then drag around on the image to focus on a certain area. When you're done with digital zoom, click the button at the bottom right again. This option here allows you to switch between substream and mainstream. By default, the cameras pull up in substream, but if you click on this option, it'll switch to mainstream. Click it again to switch back. If you click on here, it will take a snapshot image of the currently selected camera and save it to your computer. If you click on this option here, you can full screen the current view. If you hover over any of the individual cameras, you can remove it by pressing the trash can icon here. Additionally, you can click on these three dots and it will open up a side panel. In the side panel, you can click this button to take a screenshot that will be saved to your computer. If you click this button here, it will adjust the aspect ratio of the current camera. If you click this option here under image, you can adjust the rotation between normal and 180 degrees. Here you can turn on and off the wide dynamic range and adjust the amount. If you expand streaming, you can switch between mainstream and substream here. SD is substream, HD is mainstream. If you click on information at the top here, expand channel information, you can click on this pencil icon here to adjust the name of the channel. Additionally, you'll see the local IP address of the channel. And if you click on status bar, you can turn on and off whether the channel name is displayed at the bottom right of this channel. Next, we're going to do playback. Select the camera that you want to view playback on, and then click the playback button at the bottom here. This will pull up the playback section for that individual camera. You'll see on the timeline that general recording is a light blue, human detection is a dark blue, and vehicle detection is yellow. You can jump to playback anywhere on the timeline by clicking on it. And we'll start playing back footage from that time. You can pause the playback by pressing the pause button at the bottom left. Click on play to start playing again. Jump back by 10 seconds by clicking on this button. Jump forward by 10 seconds by clicking on this button. If you want to jump to a specific day, click on the calendar at the bottom here, and then click anywhere on the last 7 days. If you click on this button here, it will show just the events. Click on it again to go back to the regular playback. Click on this button here to save a snapshot to your computer. Click on this button here if the recording has audio and you want to hear it. And click on this button here if you want to full screen the playback. And that's how to do live view and playback in the LumiCloud end user portal.